It's my vinyl haul for April 2024. Ahoy hoy everybody, and another month has flown by and here we are again with another vinyl haul. I'm going to do this slightly different than normal. Normally I do everything that I haven't shown first and then quickly whiz through what I have already. For reasons I will explain when I get there, I'm going to do this the other way round. I've sort of had two hauls that I've already shown this month. The first lot that I'm going to whiz through was VCLT from my good friend Adrian, and then my Record Store Day haul will be the second lot. So any of this stuff, if you want to see it in more details, check back a couple of videos and you'll be able to see me properly unbox, etc. those. So from Adrian, he sent me Tony Hancock, The Blood Donor and the Radio Ham, James Last plays the greatest songs of the Beatles, Rosie Gaines, I Surrender, 12-inch. Everything from now on I think is 12 inches. Tony Lamont, Higher Than High promo. Janet Jackson, Nasty. Bronski Beats, Why. The Family Stand, Ghetto Heaven. Bronski beating Mark Almond, whichever. I Feel Love. I say it different every time. Real Thing, Can You Feel the Force? Aswad, Don't Turn Around. Fat Boys, The Twist. Band-Aid, Do They Know It's Christmas? Wham, Young Guns, Go For It. Falco, Rock Me Amadeus. Texas, I Don't Want to Love Her. Run DMC, Walk This Way. Power Station, Some Like It Hot and Heat Is On. Cliff Richard and the Young Ones, Living Doll. Bowie and Jagger, Dancing in the Street. Big Country, King of Emotion. This next one, if you've seen the video, you know I'm not a fan of this band, particularly this era of this band. Once I've tested this, if it plays fine, then it's going to Jimmy Barnes, who has requested it, and I'm happy to send it to him. This is You Win Again by the Bee Gees. This is an album. I thought I had it. I have double checked. I definitely have already got it. If anybody wants a copy of It's Morecambe and Wise, then get in touch and I will happily send it to you. Okay, so that's what Adrian kindly sent me. So my Record Store Day haul. So this was in my goodie bag. This is a previous RSD Black Friday release, 12-inch of Joe Strummer with Johnny Appleseed. And then my pickups of this year's releases. Kate Nash, Back at School, 7-inch single. Keane, Live at Paradiso, 2004. Again, any of these, if you want to see them in detail, check my RSD video. Pulp Intro, The Gift Recordings. David Bowie, Waiting in the Sky. Minneapolis Genius, 94 East, featuring Prince. Supergrass, Kiss of Life is 20. Lulu, Man with a Golden Gun. Lily Allen, It's Not Me, It's You. Little Joe, Joe Pesci, Sure Can Sing. Sophie Ellis-Bextor remixes. Monty Python Live at Drury Lane. Richard O'Brien's original demo tape recordings for Rocky Horror Show. Talking Heads live at WCOS 77. 5 Live Yardbirds. Blur Parklife. Kirsty MacColl, Titanic Days. Mark Knopfler, The Boy EP. And Mavis Staples, Have a Little Faith. Now, if you've watched my RSD video, you'll recall me saying that the only title I couldn't get that was on my list was Scott Walker's Tilt, because it had been recalled. Turns out that was an error by my record shop. They had been sent an email, and the title of which was Recalls, and there was a list of recalls, and then at the bottom it said, oh, and by the way, Scott Walker Tilt is a different colour. But they read that as meaning it had been recalled, but it wasn't. It was just an addendum on this email. So luckily they hadn't sent them back or anything. So when they realised their mistake, a few people commented on my video. We were sold one. Next day, I think it was either that evening or the next day, they got in touch with me and said, our boob, we can sell it, we'll put one by for you. So they did. So this is Scott Walker Tilt. So it's 140 gram, 2 LP, mastered and cut at 45 RPM at Abbey Road Studios. So, nothing overly exciting. Lyric inners on black vinyl. And then when I went in Friday after Record Store Day, I picked that up, picked some other stuff up you're going to see in a bit. I also picked up another Record Store Day title. I was dithering over this one because I'm not really collecting this artist's new vinyl, apart from his last album I bought new. But then I thought, sod it, basically. So this is Caribou, Elton John. So this LP1 is the original album, and then the second LP is newly compiled bonus tracks. So it's got things like Pinball Wizard, Radio Mix of A Bitch Is Back, stuff that I'm guessing is B-sides, a demo and extended version on there. That was the hype. This was $34.99. So yeah, gatefold sleeve, and then polylined plain inners, and it's on a blue vinyl. I did see one picture, I can't remember where I saw it, where the second disc was on a sort of tiger print, that sort of, to mimic his jacket. It looked like it was on a tiger print vinyl, but it's not. It's on blue, so I don't know what I saw. Okay, so this was a new release this month, or April. This is Mark Knopfler's new album, One Deep River. So this was $36.99. Pre-ordered it through Slice of Vinyl. This is a limited edition colour vinyl. So I have the two box sets of all Mark Knopfler studio albums, so I needed to add this to those. And this is also on blue vinyl, but a paler blue. And it's polylined sleeve and not inner, lyric insert. Two LP set. That's the second insert with the credits. And it's the same colour. If you watched my vinyl haul for March, I did mention then that I was recording it a little bit early and there was a chance that one more album would turn up technically before the end of the month. It, sure enough, turned up on the last day of the month, and it is the next thing I'm going to show you. Once I can get this back in. If I can get this back in. That'll do. And it is this. So this is a new release on Spectre. Off Spectre, the Bond soundtrack on white vinyl. So I didn't have this on vinyl, I only had it on CD. Not my favourite Bond score. I will be doing a Bond score ranking. I have them all now in one format or the other, bar Never Say Never Again. I'm trying to decide whether I spend a small fortune on a CD of Never Say Never Again or I try and stream it from somewhere. But nice to have for the Bond collection. My intention is eventually to have them all on both formats, CD and vinyl. Although some of the later ones haven't had, or I say later, sort of 90s onwards, late 90s onwards, haven't had vinyl releases, I don't think. This is a Pre-Loved that I picked up in a slice of vinyl. They had a week where they decided not to show in their normal Thursday video what Pre-Loved they were putting out, and since I was heading that way anyway, I thought I'd pop in and have a look. As it was, Kieran and Emma had taken advantage of it being Easter to have a day off, and Louisa was home from university, and so she was covering the shop. So it was nice to see her, but it did mean I didn't get my discount, but I'm not worried about that for the sake of £2, because this was £20. And it's Prefab Sprouts Steve McQueen. Very nice copy, very clean. I know this is an album that is raved about, so I've been thinking about picking it up for ages. Vinyl's a bit dusty, must be inside the inner sleeve, but otherwise perfect. Yeah, so it'll be interesting to listen to this and form my own opinion. Next one is a Grail. I finally bit the bullet. I have this on my wants list on Discogs for a while, and I keep checking eBay, and it tends to go for anything from about £80 to £120, which I thought was a bit rich, because I'm frustrated because this album came out about 6 months before I started collecting vinyl again. The album was re-released in a remix version on vinyl, and I have that, but I don't have the original. Well, I didn't have the original album on vinyl, and this is one of my 10 favourite albums of all time. So yeah, I've been keeping an eye out for it. It came up for £70 from a UK seller in near mint condition, so I thought sod it, and I bought it. So this is Wanderlust by Sophie Ellis-Bextor, so I now have all her albums on vinyl. But as I say, this is one of my 10 favourite albums of all time. The day it came out, I played it, and I loved it so much that I played it 5 times in a row. it's just a masterpiece as far as I am concerned. It's not disco-y Sophie Ellis-Bextor. It's produced and co-written with Ed Harcourt, and it's got a very Eastern European feel to the music. It's sort of a theme, hence the artwork and what have you. But yeah, it's just magnificent. This is a new album by Jess Glynne, simply titled Jess. I bought this through her website. So this is a signed copy, and it's very nicely signed on the actual vinyl, or on the actual sleeve rather. It comes in a plastic slip sleeve that's got the title and the track listing on. So yeah, nicely signed on the sleeve. Gatefold sleeve, front half of which contains a nice booklet, lyrics, credits and photos. But yeah, I have Jess's previous albums. I do like her. I haven't knowingly heard anything from this album. I know there's been a few single releases. I don't think I've heard any of them. As for Gatefold, can't remember if I showed that or not. And then the vinyl. So this was a website exclusive, and it's on a translucent deep red, but it's also marbled with black, sort of a smoky black effect. It's very nice. You can see bits of that there, can't you? Sort that in a minute. That's going to be a fiddle. Released on the same day was Pet Shop Boys' new album, Nonetheless. So I've picked up fairly recently Pet Shop Boys' first 2 or 3 albums and enjoyed them a lot. I have a greatest hits as well. I don't necessarily intend getting everything of theirs, but the opportunity came up through their website of buying a little bundle with this, the CD, and it meant you got a signed card with it, and I wanted their autographs, so that's basically why I went for this album. I've listened to the CD. It's a good album. It's not magnificent. There's nothing as catchy as their big hits on there, but it is a very listenable, enjoyable album. I will show the signed card possibly when I show the CD, but if not, certainly in my next autograph update, which hopefully I won't wait till the end of the year to do. But yeah, this is on white vinyl, and this version is the special edition, as was the CD, that comes with a second disc called Furthermore, and this has got new versions of Heart, Being Boring, Always on My Mind, and It's a Sin. They are melodically faithful to the originals, but with more modern dance beats behind, and very good they are too. So, the reason I held off showing the new stuff is because the last 5 things I'm going to show you are The Tortured Poets Department by Taylor Swift. And I know she's not everyone's cup of tea, and you're not all going to be interested in seeing the 5 variations of this album. So, it's your opportunity now to switch off, and if you do, thank you for watching. I'll see you on another video. So originally, when this was announced, I just ordered the 2 normal-ish versions that are available through any shop, plus a CD. And both of them have got a bonus track called The Manuscript, one of which is on Phantom Clear vinyl, and the other is on, what did they call this? I can't find the shrink wrap. Where did I put it in there? Ghosted white vinyl. Then, like they did with Midnights, Was it midnight? Yeah, it was midnight. They started announcing limited time, so they're only available for like 24-hour periods at a time, versions of the album in different colours with different bonus tracks. And I nearly ordered them, and then I thought, no, sod them. I'm getting fed up with this game. But then Slice of Vinyl told me they were getting them, so I ordered one of each from Slice of Vinyl. So, this is the white vinyl version, which I have opened. I've listened to the CD. I will talk about that in a minute. So these were $39.99 each. All of them were $39.99. All of them have got different artwork as well, so I will be showing them in full. The sleeves are the same apart from the colour, I think it says. No, they're not. Ignore that. So the manuscript version, that's the sleeve. Then you've got an introductory poem by Stevie Nicks, which I'm 99.9% certain is there on all of them. But then it's got a bound into it is the lyric book. Which, if I can get into it, oh, that is a fair. So it's got lyrics with various photos throughout. Now, some of these photos are the same in different versions, but maybe in different places, or they're slight variations of the same photo, slightly different poses and what have you. So then you've got the lyrics of a manuscript at the end, which, as I say, is the bonus track in this one. A summary poem by Taylor Swift. And then the vinyl on these. So, handwritten lyrics for, again, it's different tracks on different versions, and this bit is different on the different versions. So yeah, this is the Ghost White version, which is white. So this is the Phantom Clear vinyl version. So this copy, so when I went in, I did mention this on my RSD video, but when I went into my record shop to pick up Taylor, which was the day before Record Store Day, they said, hold off buying one of your copies, there's a special something. We're not allowed to say anything, but you'll want to pick it up tomorrow. What that turned out to be is this little printed card with a little thank you note from Taylor Swift, basically, saying Happy Record Store Day. Which is a nice little thing. It's not overly exciting, to be honest, but it's the nice thought. I realise I haven't actually opened this version. I'm expecting, so this is for Phantom Clear vinyl, I'm expecting all the artwork and everything to be the same on this, because it's still the Midnights version. Yeah, certainly the front and back are identical. Stevie Nicks, same photo. Yeah, let me just quickly check the booklet. Save me going through it. Yeah, so the booklet and everything is exactly the same in this version as the sleeves. So Phantom Clear is just a perfectly crystal clear version. So then the 3 extra versions which I then picked up a week later because they came out a few days later, or were available a few days later. This is the Balta version, which is on parchment beige vinyl. So as you can see, different sleeve, both colours and images different. But again, the Stevie Nicks note is there. A slightly different version of Taylor at the back. And the booklet. It's got different photos, different colour scheme as well. Yeah, parchment grey. So again, different lyrics, slightly different on that side. It's very similar colour to that. Slightly darker in person than it looks like it's appearing on camera. And we have the smoke grey vinyl disc. It wasn't parchment grey, was it? It was parchment beige. That's more like it. I was happy with that. Yeah, smoke grey vinyl for the Albatross version. So again, completely different artwork, but still Stevie's little note. Again, different artwork and lyrics on the sleeve. It's almost a greeny tinge to this grey. And then finally, the Black Dog version, which comes on ink black vinyl. Now I thought, well, that's just going to be black vinyl, but as you'll see, it's not. Again, different artwork. So as you can see, it's sort of a it's almost a browny black. It's quite hard to describe, but I can see how the ink black description is appropriate. So yeah, that's Taylor's new album. The Tortured Poet Department's... The Tortured Poets Department, sorry. I kept wanting to put an extra word in there when there isn't one. So yes, I also bought the, as I say, the CD, which I have listened to. All these bonus versions are available as separate CDs as well. At the moment, I am not getting them. That could change, because you know what I'm like. Although, that said, I still haven't bought the Speak Now Taylor's version CD. I really must get round to that. But yeah, the album itself, it's good. There's some good lyrics, there's some funny lyrics in it. It's just sonically, it's sort of more of the same, and I've sort of had enough of that now. You know, I'm ready for her to move on to a new style of music, or, you know, slightly change it up a bit anyway. The track with Florence Welch, which is called Florida. That's probably the best track on there because it sounds different to all the rest of it. But yes, that is my haul for April. I'm recording this on the 1st of May, and I've just had a delivery of a record, so I've definitely got something to show in May. I'm sure there's some pre-orders due as well. We'll see what comes in. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in another video. Thanks. Bye.